It's Paris. You can tell because they're speaking bad French. I have it on good authority. So I've cleaned all the blood off my shirt, and it's time to become an assassin, I assume. I mean, that's kind of the premise of the game, so it seems likely. Arno's girlfriend already hates him, so he might as well.
A simple address would be too mundane.
Nice church. I went exploring around the city a little. You can't go very far yet, but I found Notre Dame, or however you pronounce it in French, which is probably quite different. You can actually go inside almost all the buildings, or let's say a representative sample of each building at least. It's quite impressive. Previous engine iterations could not do that. Wow. That's actually quite impressive. Stained glass and sunlight. Secret figures.
What's the light supposed to illuminate?
The light? Oh, he's got a point there. There was something... Aha! A lowered area of the floor. But how does it get triggered or something? I don't like this thing where Eagle Vision is on a cooldown and has a short duration. I wonder, do I want to climb up there? It could be glowing, it could just be incense.
What's the light supposed to illuminate?
Probably a bad idea to climb on these things. Fragile glass and all that. Then again, maybe the lead keeps them stabler. What am I looking for here? There's something on top of that, oh. Well, that's glowing in mission objective color. This is really quite a pretty game. Presumably the revolution hasn't got to this church yet. What is this?
Perhaps the sunbeam.
Well, that didn't do very much. Ah, okay, I guess that's something. Let me just parkour over here. Having a base inside a cathedral seems traditional. More shades of AC2. Aha! Well, this is a bad idea. Doing it anyway. Oh. I guess I landed on something safe.
Took you long enough, piss pot.
What is this place?
A sanctuary. A place we can train and prepare, away from the eyes of our enemies.
Didn't we just escape from a dungeon?
It's not a dungeon. It's a nerve center. From these tunnels we can get anywhere in the city.
Well,
all
that
without
seems
being
to have better
seen.
clothing now.
We have eyes everywhere.
Really? Seems visibility would be a problem. Wouldn't you prefer something with a view?
This place has served us well for 600 years, pisspot.
Mm-hmm. And how long were you standing in the dark waiting for me?
Not long. Guillaume spotted you from the bell tower.
Well, it was quite the entrance.
Are you mocking me?
No, no. God's truth. Very theatrical.
Shut up. We're here.
The candidate will...
The candidate is not going to wait for you to finish speaking. So, this is very, culty, very ceremonial. The Paris assassins must be extremely established.
So, the son of Charles Dorion returns to us. Belek thought you wouldn't come. What changed your mind?
I'm tired of running from my failures. Monsieur de la Serre, my father. I want to make it right.
The death of Grand Master de la Serre weighs on you. Why? Did you wield the blade yourself?
Does it matter? The blame still lies with me.
Inna ذنوبه تكل كايلاي.
Beg your
هل
pardon?
أنت متأكد منه؟
أنا كذلك. إنه قادر على مواجهة المحاكمة. سيكون جيدا.
Very well. Out of the dark, you come into the light. From the light, you will return to the dark. Are you prepared to travel the Eagle's path?
If that's a fancy way of asking, do I want your help? Yes.
Then drink.
This is also a bad idea. But it's the premise of the game, so... Did I say fraternatum? Brotherhood. Okay, that seems inexplicable. Okay. I don't think this is really happening.
Hello?
So this Natus, Querulus, Juventus, Adultus, Mortis, stages of life and then death. As Arno's life in particular. And this one is if that's to be my death, that's quite familiar. Well, I get the idea.
Can't I go with you, Father?
Courage, my boy. You wait just here. I will return when this hand reaches the top, and there is to be no mischief.
That's me. Well, not anymore.
Father!
Where is that boy? I'm certain I told him 6 o'clock. We should be well away.
Father, it's me! I'm here!
I think Arno's got some guilt here. I think he thinks if he hadn't been late. see why he feels he's failed people. That's not nice.
If I leave it here, Monsieur de la Serre will see it and instantly returns.
You must receive it today. It's very
important. I heard you the first time.
I like this dream sequence. It reminds me of Max Payne.
Still Lord de la Serre.
I found that in my father's study. An omen.
I didn't order it.
Neither did my father.
Time for the part of the dream where you're surrounded by faceless accusers. Yep, and they all turn to watch. That's what happens in this situation. Natus again, not Mortis. Representative assassin. Who is that? Is that Armor? Those were some good drugs.
These are the words spoken by our ancestors, the words that lay at the heart of our creed.
Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent.
Hide in plain sight.
Never compromise the Brotherhood.
Let these tenets be branded upon your mind. Follow them and be uplifted. Break them at your peril. Rise, assassin. Arnaud Dorian is dead. He has been culled from this world, his sins and failures turned to dust. Tonight he is reborn, a novice of the Assassin Brotherhood.
Cool. That was a good bit of theatre. So, what's next? What does a newly minted assassin do on a quest for... Oh, hello.
Welcome back. Now that you've experienced life as an assassin, are you willing to pick up the fight and join us? Deacon, load the file.
Coming up.
We lifted a media file from Abstergo last month, and the information it contains is astounding. But we won't share these things with just anyone. By pressing play, you'll be joining the assassins. If you want to fight the Templar menace, if you're willing to save civilization from Abstergo's clutches, press play, sit back, and ready yourself for the truth.
They haven't really sold this very well. It's not been made clear to the hypothetical gamer here just
Getting cold feet?
what the assassins are fighting for. Like, they skipped over all of Arno's learning about Assassins and Templars, and they haven't really done anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'll press A anyway.
Good choice. Welcome to the Assassins, Initiate.
Image timeline.
In the 1950s, it was theorized that human DNA worked via the triple helix model. Some years later, the work of Crick and Watson demolished this theory in favor of the double helix. Today, we know the double helix to be indisputably the basis of all life. So why did the triple helix theory gain so much traction? Why did Rosalind Franklin's X-rays seem to confirm it? It turns out that their initial samples had been taken from small traces of precursor DNA, the rare genes of an ancient race embedded in our own. We now know that triple helix DNA is the foundation of the precursor genome. It is the genetic Rosetta Stone of our age. If we can crack it open, if we can sequence the full precursor genome, there is no limit to the knowledge we will gain. Using Animus technology, precursor history will be open to us for the first time ever. Ancient languages will be unlocked, and ancient technology will be ours for the taking. Imagine what will be possible if we master the technology that underpins the pieces of Eden. Such discoveries would surpass 100-fold the splitting of the atom. Last year, we located a rich sample of precursor DNA in a donor whose genes contained human and precursor DNA at an incredible 25-to-1 ratio. Our work will begin with this sample. Our goal is to unravel the triple helix, sequence the precursor genome, and change the world for the better, forever.
You know, that
Welcome to the Phoenix Project.
Doesn't actually sound too bad, you know, like massive technological advances by reviewing history. Like, of course the Templars are, in the game universe, super evil and bad.
This is where we stand.
But what's actually wrong with that?
Last year, Abstergo acquired the body of a man we call a sage, one of a rare breed of humans with a surplus of ancient DNA. This sparked a search for more sages, in the present and in the past. The more Abstergo finds, the closer they get to their final goal. We've blocked their recent attempts to find more, but Abstergo will not stop looking until they sequence a full precursor genome. So, why Arnaud Dorian? Why chase an assassin through the French Revolution? It turns out, at some point in his life, Arnaud came into contact with another sage. We need you to find out when and where these meetings took place. If Arnaud was present for this sage's death, it might lead Abstergo straight to his body. Naturally, we'd like to find it first. This is where you come in. It won't be simple. Genetic memory must be tackled in sequence to keep the data stable. But we're confident you're up to the task. And you won't be alone. Other initiates, assassins just like you, are doing their part to end this fight. If you need more training, more experience, you can call on them for help. All right.
Assassination at home.
Loading the next sequence.
Cool. Well, there's the premise of the game then. Finally determined. To summarize, you're a modern-day recruit who assassinates from a computer, effectively. Oh, and we've gone straight into another mission,
I've got
have we?
something else for you. The more time you spend with Arnaud, the more data we'll have to increase your synchronization with him, and to activate his abilities. Here, have a look at this.
Ah. Well, those seem like good things to have. Ranged weapons and money pouches and so on. Ah, in fact, it is a way to level up. Well, I'll look at that later.
One last thing. While you've been busy, I had Deacon do some poking around in Arnaud's memories. Seems he was a busy guy. See that symbol? That's a co-op mission. I play a lot of games multiplayer. I don't know about you, but I thought you'd like to mix it up a little. These are missions Arnaud ran with his assassin buddies, so they'll give you an idea of what our organization's about. Just walk into the glitch and you'll get all the details. I've marked them on your map.
This is the literal gamification of ancient conspiracies. Except it's also in a video game, so, you know, part of the gamification of games. Okay. Seems like we're finally back in free play mode, and I can take a recording break.